About the fact that the Russian airstrikes have shifted the momentum of this conflict in favor of the Syrian regime. The army says Russia's support has helped to push back ISIS militants. We take you to the regime's front line against ISIS in eastern Syria. CNN's Fred Pleiken was given exclusive access.
In the eastern Syrian desert, on the fringe of ISIS's self-declared caliphate, the Syrian army readies its artillery cannons, tanks, and armored personnel carriers have dug in. We are right on the front line in the Syrian military's battle against ISIS. The soldiers here tell us that ISIS positions are literally only a few miles away from this position. The top commander for this area tells CNN his forces constantly clash with ISIS here. He didn't want to appear on camera because of Syrian military rules and instead designated a civilian working with him to speak on his behalf. Over there is the village of Gerbat, he says. It's considered to be the alternative capital of ISIS. The Syrian military recently launched a major offensive in the north of the country, winning back some territory but also causing tens of thousands to flee toward the Turkish border. The U.S. says Syrian forces mostly combat moderate rebels and put very little effort into fighting ISIS. But the troops here say that is not true. For 3 months now, ISIS has not been advancing, he says. They've only been retreating. And Assad's army acknowledges that Russian air power has had a big impact. Everything is much better since our Russian friends came in, he says. They gave us the capability to conduct preemptive strikes and also aerial surveillance to warn us in advance about ISIS attacks. And they vowed to continue their push eastward deeper into ISIS heartland. The commanders here say that they are on the move forward, and one of their predictions is that if nothing else goes wrong, they think they can be in Raqqa by the end of the year. But they still are far away from achieving that goal, and in the past, ISIS has shown it can rebound after being pushed back. Fred Pleiken, CNN.